Year 25. And there we go. So we are halfway through our reign as king of 50 years of the Kingdom of Greens. We got placed on the throne. Sir Salad is our name. We were placed on the throne of the Kingdom of Greens because we found a strange crown off on a faraway land in a cave, which obviously gave us the 100% total legitimate and absolutely, seriously, factually correct rule over the throne. So we have full control over the entirety of, well, the kingdom because of that. I'm going to put on some RPG town sounds in the background so it sounds a little bit more medieval, villagey. There we go. And yeah, so it's up to us to correctly manage our kingdom and, you know, keep things interesting. So we have 10,947 gold, 1,840 and 884 men, 11 lands. Public opinion's actually pretty fucking good. 58 is way better than it's been ever. So public opinion's at an all-time high, and yeah, that's us currently. So we're going to immediately just kind of check in with the throne room and see what we need to do. There is no one waiting to see us at the throne room, although I might not be seeing visitors. Am I seeing visitors in the throne room? No, okay, I've already been through all the visitors. Have we explored the realm this year? No, I haven't. All right, so we're going to, recently, if I jump around for a little bit here, we have purchased the Scorpion Fighting Pits. We've destroyed the Mystery Slaver, and I want to go after Fort Gorthmek of the Orcs. I also kind of want to buy the artifact market if possible, or, you know, get stuff from the artifact market. But currently, I would really like to, you know, not get destroyed. So I'm going to, yeah, we killed the gibbering monk who was possessed. I'm trying to see what else we've done. Oh, right over here, there's Fort Kulak, which is owned by bandits. I don't actually know. Oh, they only have 500 bandits? Oh, fuck it. I'm gonna attack them. Send all of my troops. The general says, skirmishing will cut their numbers. Down without too much risk. Good plan, my king. Bandits' losses, 500. Your losses, 34. Excellent. We murdered all of the bandits at the bandit fort. And we have captured Fort Kulak and received word that Gore the Bastard has fled with his riches and left no trace. So Fort Kulak is an old bandit fortress that once belonged to Gore the Bastard. It now belongs to you, though it is currently unmanned. Demolish it. You order your men to begin destroying the fort. Soon it is little no more than a shadow of its former self, a huge pile of rubble. All right, sweet. And the number of bandits in the land shrink a little bit. Let's explore out here. You pass by some unassuming rocks. As you peer closer, something catches your eye. You could swear the rocks had deep red eyes and were moving towards you. You hear a low grumble. So you look again for a second, and back again. The rocks are still. Was it a mirage? And that's all of our chances to explore outside in the realm. All right, well, we didn't really lose much. So let's see if we can go to kingdom upgrades. What do we have in productivity buildings? I can increase income from harvests. I could go to large nobility posts, small goblin commune. Let's see what else we can do. Kingdom upgrades. Guilds and other buildings. I think I'm gonna save for like an explorer's guild or a hall of order. Actually, no, I really want an artifact hall because I need somewhere to store my discovered artifacts. I mean, B-Lugs probably knows more about that, like what's actually running this game than most people.
This is madness!
Madness? Hobo. Let's see who it is. Yeet. I mean, I don't know what that means, Tapioca. but I'm assuming Belek does. Let's check this. Ooh. Monument to Champions. More heroes in arena fights. Grand Champions quarters. Let's do the very kingly thing and visit the arena. You enter the arena, a hub of entertainment in your kingdom. There are warriors that come to battle and locals that pay to watch. The arena is owned by a distant member of your family named Bem, the Bane of the Lost. There is an entry fee to watch a fight is 10 gold. However, you are not expected to pay entry due to your blood relation with the owner. We're gonna bet on a fight, I think. Chad, who do we want to bet on? The soldier or the goblin berserker? Esky Betting Simulator 2021. Goblin Berserker. I think I'm leaning Berserker. How much gold would you like to bet? Max is 10,000. 5,000. Go green boy. Do it. And I lose my bet. The goblin, wow, that was hard. That was quick. The soldier swings and beheads the goblin berserker. Well, we just lost half of the realm's gold. That's fine. We'll end the current year. Who are we going to attack? We are going to go attack. Let's skirmish with the rebels. We're going to skirmish with them. And he says, how much are we going to send to the fight? We're going to send half of my troops. A skirmish can be a good way to thin out the enemy's numbers. Ready for an invasion. A raid. Good plan. Your men arrive at the rebels' territory and prepare for battle. That will soon take place as you spot a rebel village. The enemy emerges and the battle begins. What's up, Blue Belt? Ooh. Ooh. The skirmish was a success. Your men bask in glory. We just outnumbered them. Rebels' loss is 313. My loss is 543. But we have 382 men remaining, so worth it? You enlist 64 soldiers from your 11 lands. A lone goblin joins your forces from the goblin huts. Your trainers train 50 peasants into soldiers. You pay wages to your employees. And my hired mercenary company of the Pink Mercenary, Pink Mercenary Company, we pay. And other expenses is 11,000 golds, and the aims to help the poor folk. Notable events: the Golden Troublemakers hire a small gang of 10 new bandits from the black market. I thought I destroyed the black market. What? Sir Alhan the Optimate, war chief, defeated Jormund the Deep Explorer in the arena. And the Kingdom of Greens skirmished with rebels, and Ariel Tyrans lost a skirmish with the resurrecting Frostblood clan. Your treasury increased by 9,764 gold, and your bank increased by 1 gold in interest. Public opinion has continued to rise. Money's continued to rise. All right, well, let's explore the realm. First, kind of don't want to keep going south. Let's go west. Magical Fruit Farm. We found a Militia Watchtower that's owned by Smallhaven, and we did everything that we could. Let's go to the Magical Fruit Farm. You come across a bizarre sight. A strange-looking building surrounded by a farm full of bright purple crops. The owner of the farm comes out to greet you and welcomes you to his magical fruit farm. I want to buy this farm. That's a lot of money, though. The magical fruit are actually pretty helpful, so I'm gonna buy 2. And the small Militia Watchtower. You notice a watchtower on an obscured hill. A man within it shouts down and informs you the watchtower is part of the village of Smallhaven and just keeping an eye to make sure everyone's all right. Ask the watchman if he's seen anything lately. Watchman says, mine are back at Wolfsmite King, though they appear to have escaped. Okay, well, they're fine. We're trading with Smallhaven, so. Blue tree is fucking useful. It really is, yes. There is a small line of 23 people waiting to speak with us. But before we do anything, of course, we're going to go about our kingly duties of checking to see if I can afford any upgrades yet. No, I can't. I'm going to, you know what? Nah. Let's go to productivity buildings. Steel-tipped whips for prison guards. Double the income from prisoners, definitely. We're going to pay for a Pebble Road and make our trade income better. And visit the throne room. Actually, you know what? Before we do that, we're going to go to the arena. What do we have? Sir Alhain the Obstinate War Chief is the current Grand Champion of the Kingdom of Greens. He currently holds a total of 15 wins, and so far is undefeated. He is considered a force to be reckoned with. He also is the current holder of the record of the most fights won by any Grand Champion in the history of the arena. I'm going to bet on the Grand Champion fight. And, okay, chat. So this is a fight between the Grand Champion and another champion. It's Sir Alhain the Omnipotent War Chief, who's our champion, of course, and how do you pronounce that? Is it like CNUT? It's like CNET, but cunt, the unhollowed. No one wants to bet on an unhollowed cunt, so we're gonna bet the maximum amount on our champion, and he better fucking win. Can I Kunf the unhollowed. Knut. Maybe he's a Canuck. He's like a Knut. Knut. That's what we'll call him. Knut. Do I want predictions? No, it takes too fucking long. But round of beers for this. We can do predictions, but like we can't do them for these fights. Maybe for like the big, like 8-man fights, but just these one-on-one fights are too short. The crowd scream and the two warriors emerge and charge towards each other, intent to kill. There is much anticipation in the air. And after a long fight, Sir Alhain the Omnipotent War Chief and Kunt the Unhollowed caught in a parry. Sir Alhain the Omnipotent War Chief gets a great hit in on Knut the Unhollowed. Knut the Unhollowed is defeated. The crowd roars and chants for Sir Alhain the Omnipotent War Chief as he leaves victorious. The people rejoice, and the Grand Champion keeps his title, and you win 7,022 gold. Not bad. You were about to hit enter on the prediction. Keep the predictions for the bigger fights. Keep them for the bigger fights, I think. I kind of want to hire him as a member of the personal champions. How much does he cost? Sir Alhain the Omnipotent War Chief bows and strikes his sword into the ground, agreeing to join your side, to relinquish his title as the Grand Champion of the arena, and then he gets up and heads to your court to take up the position as the 5th champion of the Kingdom of Greens. Sure. With the departure of the Grand Champion, a warrior is pulled from the arena barracks and declared the new champion of the arena, Sir Ordmal the Purple. And they vow to be worthy in their new position. Should we watch the new? I think let's just watch the new champion fight. See how he does. The crowd cheers for blood, and the two fighters emerge from the gates and march towards each other, awaiting the dance of death that will soon take place. And the new champion is defeated, and the I mean, obviously Gadget Moonshine is going to win victorious. I mean, come on. Sir Ordemold with the purple versus Gadget Moonshine. Gadget Moonshine is the current champion of the Kingdom of Greens. All right. Recruit, sell, and disband troops, I think. Hire units. Let's hire all the gubbins. All 332 of them. 307 bandits in my prison. Hire peasants from the local militia. And, hire soldiers. And that's all the soldiers hiring we're gonna do. Let's back out. And then let's visit the throne room. There's 23 people waiting to see us. You are visited by a drunk farmer who wants to join your army to avenge his father who died recently. Welcome to the military, +1 peasant. You are visited by a man who says that his son is set to be executed in your prison, and he begs you free him and offers 100 gold to do so. Chat, what do you think? Do we take the gold and free the kid? Word of your mercy spreads. Potentially. I mean, in reality, yes, we should put him in the prison too. In before his son is actually just the Antichrist. Like, he's just this horrible guy. Everybody's just like, yep, take the bribe, take the bribe, take the bribe. More coffee's been poured. All right, we'll take the damn bribe. You take the bag of 100 gold and order the prisoner to be set free with immediate effect. The man smiles and bows before saying, blessed in the name of carrot, potato, turnip, the 67th broccoli, pineapple, sir, salad, thank you very much. Which is, of course, the name of our Grand King, His Royal Highness. Grand God King of the universe and galaxies beyond. The rumors of your compassion spread. +1 public opinion, -1 prisoner. You are visited by a farmer who wants to join your army because the wind whispered that he should. This dude's got like some crazy fucking eyes. He's just like, the wind told me I should join the army. Woo! Welcome. You are visited by a guard who says, many complaints from the people across the realm. Oh, compliments, not complaints. You're visited by a guard who says, many compliments from people across the realm. I thank you. Your guards bring forward a man who is accused of killing a guard. I used to be an adventurer like you, and then I took an arrow to the knee. We asked him for his statement, and he says, no, please, don't do this. Asked the arresting guard for his statement. He says, he is a local criminal, my king. His guilt is certain. Chat, how certain is his guilt? What do we think? Can we get that woohoo as a sound command? If you dig into the game and find that woohoo, I'm sure the dev wouldn't care. Very certain. We need to refill the prison. To the dungeons. I mean, you're right. We did just let somebody out. Woohoo sent. You found it? That was quick. Hold on. Oh, chat. Hobo is sending me pictures of Sims fucking. That's what woohoo means. Sims fucking. Anyway, bad joke. I know, because I ripped the music out to script up the interview. Speaking of which, the Hell Jam is, it's hentai? It's called hentai, sir, and it's art. Okay, Dad. Speaking of art, I heard the other day that Honey Pop 2 is out. Anyway, you should be able to make it work. People who give me money, so you can test it if you like. Your guard informs you that he is a known criminal. My king, the guilt is certain. To the dungeons with him. It is believed the man was guilty. The man looks at you angrily and hisses. +1 public opinion. +1 prisoner. You are visited by a local trader who wants to join your army, as his older brother once did.
Yeah!
He joins the army, as his older brother once did. You are visited by a mud-covered wood gatherer who wants to join your army. +1 present. You're visited by an apprentice who was doing repairs on his hovel when he found a stash of gold behind a wall and brings a share of it. I appreciate... I kind of want to refuse the gift, actually. Do we take the taxes and go spend it on gambling as we generally do, or let the man keep his gold? To the dungeons with him! Hi, Beast Man. I'm Greg. He definitely got it off of the guard that was killed by the other guy. To the dungeons! I think we accept the gold. You take the gold only to find out later it's actually a bag of rocks. The trickster is long gone. You are visited by an armed man who begs permission to enlist in the mighty army of the Kingdom of Greens, okay? You were visited by a farmer who wishes to complain. My royal guard, king, your army has goblins in it. This is not unacceptable. Agree to do something. Refuse to do anything. To the dungeons with him. How dare you question my military choices? Execute him. Gods be damned. I like my green boys. I like the green boys. Never question a king. I mean, how about, what's a worse punishment than death is having to work in the prison, so. The peasant shouts, "Curse you, may demons burn your lands," as he's taken away. You are visited by a trader who says, "You are doing a great job ruling the realm." Thank him. He seems to be overjoyed. You are visited by an older villager who says, "I have lived a long and boring life in my village. I fear I am near the end, but before I go, may I gaze upon our royal god king? I'm meaning no offense, of course, my king. I don't declare you something to gawk at." Greet him with kindness, have him removed from his court. He wants to see me before he dies. He's seen me. Now kill him. To the dungeons with him. Greet him with kindness. +1 public opinion. We had to get the public opinion back from the guy that we threw in the prison, okay? Chat? Come on. You were visited by a fat tavern goer who says he's had a couple of coins on the floor and he couldn't find the owner, so he brought them to you. Accept the 4 gold. Thanks for the 4 gold. You are visited by a schmelly hunter who claims one of your soldiers killed his chickens, and money is due. Pay the 15 gold, fucking whatever. You are visited by a laborer who says he has the sum of gold stolen from a burning orphanage, and he brought half of it to you. Refuse the gift. +1 public opinion for showing integrity by refusing the gold. You are visited by a famous scholar who asks to join your army because he wishes to serve the realm. Allow him to join. You are visited by a traveling bard who says that he wants to play a song on his vampiric lute. Ooh, hold on, I'm going to pause my background music. And he says, "I am a master musician. I shall play you a song." clap. The bard finishes and grins at you. That was a great performance. Bard nods and says you're welcome. Let him leave your court. You are visited by a farmer who says a dispute needs to be settled. His neighbor broke one of his gates and won't pay for a new one. What do you think, Chet? How do we deal with this big old problem here? That dwarf can dance if he want to. He can dance. He can leave his friends behind. His friends don't dance. Dun, 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 dun. Make him pay? I mean, break his gate and make the neighbors pay for it? I don't know, man. What if this dude is a lion? What do you think? Make the neighbor pay for the fence repairs. The farmer says thank you before turning and leaving. You are visited by a local guildsman who says that he has taken gold from people who he deems undeserving and brought it to you. What the fuck? Steal from the poor and give to the rich. Sorry, that's too American of me. Well, calm down there, Mr. Bezos. The local guildsman says, wait, no, please! And the guards carry him off. +1 prisoner. You are visited by an inexperienced herbalist who enters the throne room and says he's been sent by the village elder to bring all 4 boys of age from the village to have them put into the army, and says the elder expects some small finder's fee, if you will. Pay 40 gold, forcefully enlist them, refuse the offer, to the dungeons with them all. Refuse the offer, because I'm not paying too much for fucking basic-ass peoples. Hey, Ergo, how's things? Hope you're doing well, man. It's good to see you as always. Seriously. You're visited by an armed man who asks permission to enlist in the mighty army of the Kingdom of Greens. Okay. Yeah! Welcome to the army. You are visited by a traveling bard who asks to whistle you an old gnomish tune. I am a decent musician. I shall play you a short song. I mute my music in the background. Chat, what do we think of that performance? Whistle, 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 whistle. 10 out of 10. That mustache, though. Yeah, true. That mustache is pretty amazing, actually. Like, look at it. It goes pretty far. Like, that's an impressive stash, if you will. A stash of facial hair, sir. You want me to pay him, Tapioca? Jesus. Okay, fine. We'll pay the goddamn gnome. Your relation to the Musicians Guild goes up to 22, minus 50 gold coins. He thanks you for the gold. Let him leave your court. You are visited by an apprentice who wishes to join your army because he desperately needs gold, okay? Good. Finally, I can get my hands on a weapon before he leaves, letting out a crackle. That's concerning. All right. Well, let's end the year. We're going to, let's raid the rebels. And I'm going to send all of my troops. Would you like to use blue tree fruit for this battle? The fruit is said to contain magic that gives the warriors a great boost in strength during the battle. Absolutely. Oh, what? How many barrels of blue tree fruit do you want? Enough to cover his 50. You can use 43. 43. Plus 2,150 battle score to your forces total. General Gordon Peckner says, "Oh, my king, I do love a good raid. Everything is set and awaiting your command, my king." Can we get a round of beers or blue tree fruit, chat, for every soldier that is heading in the general direction of death? And then I'm going to press enter. Well, any key. The any key. Your men arrive in the rebels' territory and prepare for battle. that will soon take place. As you head forward, you spot a rebel war camp. The enemy quickly emerges and the battle begins. The raid was a success, and your men loot all they can. Rebels' losses is 302. Your losses is 22. We got 170 gold from the rebels. That was pathetic. We can do better than that. Press the power button. That's a very quick way to end the stream, my sir. If someone tips me $1,000, I'll press the power button. Please don't do that. I don't want to shut my computer off. My king, the dastardly rebels are attacking us. You want to see the battle? Or you can catch the result of the battle in turn reports. Yes, I would like to see the battle. Our forces were defeated in a skirmish. Crack the Hawk, leader of the militia, has died of natural causes. Crack the Hawk, you were a person I didn't know and have never seen before and didn't know the name of until 2 seconds ago, but I'm sure you were good. Oh, you bet your ass if someone tipped me $1,000, I'd save the game, say goodbye, and shut the computer off, and call it a day and go to bed or something. Hell yeah, I would. I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't. Your new militia leader is Tilvan the Strongheart, is sworn in and vows to protect the realm and to serve you as best he can. He is fairly good at combat training, plus 5% battle score for all militia troops. The cost of hiring militia has risen from 5 to 21 gold. Jesus. Word reaches you that Dyrus Scallions, a local troublemaker, has formed a bandit gang within your lands. They are called the Honorable Green Hand, and they say they will crush you. Sure you will. Your treasury has increased by 10,280 gold. Your bank has increased by a gold. A whole gold! No natural causes at home, in bed, alone. His high cheekbones, yeah. What if someone gave you $1,000 to continue streaming until my normal end time? I would accept this $1,000 and keep streaming until my normal end time and say thank you profusely. The Kingdom of Greens raided the lands of the rebels. Krut destroyed the thieving old savages. All right, so we're back. Let's go to productivity buildings. Let's explore the realm first. You notice a strange white milestone on the side of the road, written on it in a strange ancient language. After looking at it, you feel a little more determined to carry on. You walk for a while and find nothing. I'm going to leave this area. We're going to go to the Western Lands. Oops, no, 4, not 7. The Gift Tree. The Gift Tree is considered by many across the lands to be a gift from the gods. Most Denlanders believe that the Gift Tree is a work of magic, though some take it to be more of a divine gift. Touch the tree. You touch the tree, and you find at your feet a bag of 93 gold. Chop down the tree. You make an order, and the tree is chopped down. It's almost as if, at first, the wood resists, but soon it practically falls apart itself. As it falls, gold coins rain from it, but they hit the ground and turn to ash, as does the wood, and soon there is nothing left but a withered stump. Hobo, that's your fault. Saigon, thank you very much for the 21st month. $1,000 Mexican pesos, I would chuckle. I mean, now we're just asking dumb questions, Stone. It would be a funny meme if somebody did that. Then why did you tell me to chop it down, man? Ugh. All right, it's literally your fault, my dude. Higher units. Curiosity. Fair. I would do what I do when anybody tips me anything. Smile, accept the tip, and move on with my day. And keep working. Because you really enjoyed the interview with the Warsim dev? You bought the game immediately? Cheers, man. I mean, you should tell him that. A lot of people have said that, though. A lot of people say that they picked the game up. I hope that it gave him a noticeable spike in sales to the point where he had a good payday. Something I've always wished is that I could have enough influence on small games that I enjoy to be able to, you know, make a video or something, and then there's a noticeable increase in reviews coming from us. I've always wanted that, but, you know, if they get, like, another 25 reviews on Steam, because this game actually, over here on Steam, right? It has 100% positive recent reviews. 97% of 475 reviews are positive. If they get another 25 positive reviews, they have the overwhelmingly positive tag. Because I think you need 500 reviews to have the overwhelmingly positive tag. But they're getting there. They're getting there. There's another patch, like, just the other day. Whoopsies, wrong button. That's the right one. All right, year 23. Visit the throne room. 33 people! Holy shit. Well, obviously, let's go to the arena first. We're going to bet on the Grand Champion. Who do we want to bet? I guess Gadget Moonshine. 6,150 gold. Just so we have a little bit extra left. Hey, Reaper. It's basically like procedurally generated text-based Mountain Blade, and it's like the price of a burger. But how's things, Reaper? It's good to see you, man. Gadget Moonshine versus Wavy Branch the Bronze Tusk. The crowds scream and shout, and the two fighters emerge and begin the long walk to the center of the arena. The crowd is almost completely silent. They get ever closer until they finally meet. And we win! Gadget Moonshine kicks Wavy Branch the Bronze Tusk over. Gadget Moonshine almost loses his footing for a moment, but remains standing. Gadget Moonshine gets a fantastic strike on Wavy Branch the Bronze Tusk. Wavy Branch the Bronze Tusk slips briefly, but it's still all that it takes. Gadget Moonshine stabs him to death. And Gadget Moonshine wins. And we win 12,300 gold from our bet. The people rejoice, and the Grand Champion keeps his title. His second win. We're going to anoint the Grand Champion at a cost of 250 gold. You call the Grand Champion to your throne room and gather your lords and nobles. The Grand Champion approaches you and you request him to kneel to you. He nods and bends a knee. You raise your sword and declare the great Gadget Moonshine a knight of the realm and the Kingdom of Greens, and the crowd cheer. +5 battle score for the Grand Champion, and the Grand Champion gains the title Sir. Oh, I've like left my house 3 times this month. That's where I'm at. Like, I don't ever go outside. I don't see anybody ever. I literally just stream. That's it. That's all I do. I stream and I wallow in my sadness. That's basically it. This is... In this moment, Sir Gadget Moonshine rises. Now a member of the nobility, earned through bravery, and the crowd cheer once more. we're going to visit the throne room, where we have 33 people waiting to see us. I leave my house to buy groceries occasionally, but I've been putting off buying groceries because I have plenty of canned food and other things that I can eat, so. Sorry, but that's a... you got, man. I went out twice, and then I rediscovered your rowing machine, and I haven't gone out since. I mean, I have a yoga mat, and resistance bands, and a few other exercise things, which I use when I need them. You are visited by a farmer who says a dispute needs to be settled. A local bard in my village has written a nasty song about me, spreading all sorts of horrible rumors. He did it because I wouldn't lend him some gold. Please help. My reputation is in ruins. Make the bard write a new song, retracting all the bad things he said. It's just a song, get over it. To the dungeons with him. What do you think, chat? Your reputation's ruined. I'll show you a ruined reputation. It's just a song, get over it. He says, fair enough. You are visited by a befouled hunter who claims your soldiers borrowed some gold and died before he could pay it back. And he says, you must cover the debt. No. He says, fair enough. You are visited by a shady man who arrives at your court and invites you to play a coin flip game. He tells you it will cost 10 coins per play, and you can call heads or tails. When the coin is flipped. If you are correct, you win double your bet. Chat, heads or tails? To the dungeons with the farmer for wasting your time, DBH? That's not kind of how I'm role-playing this, King. Previous times, I've definitely done evil runs. We'll need to do a Demon King run at some point. Because you can basically just be Satan. It's like an actual like option for this game. Plus 10 gold. Yay! Let's go again. Yay! Let's go again. We're just like taking all this man's money. Okay. Thanks for the money, dude. I'm done playing. I got some money. Send in the next visitor. You're visited by a wise man who says he has some advice to share. Listen to the advice. Avoid the black market at all costs. The place is dangerous. I am indifferent. You may go now. The man leaves. You are visited by a traveling bard who says he will play a song for you on his elven lute. I am a decent musician. I shall play you a lengthy song. We shall listen to the music. Clap. The bard bows and awaits your reaction. Chat, what do you think? How was it? Is he naked? I think all the elves are shirtless. I mean, that's common. They're all like shirtless, so that's not like a if you're paying them for the naked bodies, then you know I'm sure we could find something for you in one of the various other parts of the world where you can find some topless people. But I don't know. If you're paying them just for the nip slip, I mean, then I'm paying literally every bard. So how was the music? We're talking about the music here, not the elf titty. So if that's what you're caring about, I will simply state that this is shameful display, and you can leave now. You are visited by a clearly drunk laborer who asks to join your army because his firm was burned down by bandits. Okay, welcome to the military. You are visited by a funny-smelling goblin. He looks at you silently and hands you a gold coin. Take the gold coin. Take the gold coin. The goblin grins and runs away. Soon you realize it's a piece of animal dung. Thank you, goblin, for the gold coin of poop. You are visited by an aerial halfling from the aerial tyrants who seeks to fight for you because you seem interesting. Accept him. You are visited by a fat traveler who claims one of your soldiers kicked him in the balls. Reprimations are due. I should not have to go through that. Tell him to go away. He leaves your court. You are visited by a man who identifies himself as a member of the Camp of Love, a hub of kindness located far in the west of Songwood. He smiles and nods and greets you before offering some counsel. Sometimes our diet is related to our emotions. If you feel low and notice your diet is very poor, what have you got to lose by substituting a few things for healthier alternatives? Your counsel is most unwelcome. He thanks you regardless for having the goodwill to not throw him in the dungeons and wishes you great fortune before parting off. You are visited by an educated stick collector who says he wishes to say hello. Hello. The educated stick collector sighs and says, you know what? I got myself quite nervous before coming in. You know, meeting the ruler of the kingdom as a lowly man as myself, but you are pleasantly very kind and personable. Thank you for your time and kindness. I wish you the best of luck in your time to come. He bows and leaves. Your guards bring forward a man who is accused of being a rebel. Ask him to explain himself. A shame I did not succeed. The kingdoms of green shall fall. Ask the arresting guard for a statement. Your guard informs you he is guilty in my heart of hearts. Chat, what do we do with the guilty rebel? Execute him? You want to execute him? But like, we can make money off of him if he's in the poison. That's the thing, right? Like, cut him into 1,000 little itty bitty pieces is perfectly optional. Because if we put him in the prison, I'm about to upgrade the prison to have metal tipped whips, which earns me more money from the prison and makes the prison bigger. So I'm kind of leaning on throwing him in prison. So it's like, yeah, I mean, he could do this, but we could also make him build us roads. So I'm leaning on throw him in the prison. +1 public opinion and +1 prisoner. You're visited by a crazy beggar who says, the judge watches over the crew while the rain pours from the wild new. Thank him for his words. He looks at you with a grin on his face and leaves. You are visited by an armed man who says he will join you on the battlefield. Allow him to join. You are visited by a budding jester who says, hello, sorry, I'm really nervous. I thought it was who would be a better person to tell my first joke than the ruler, but that was clearly a mistake. Listen to the joke. What do you call a ghost jester? Dead funny. I don't get it. That was an okay joke. He leaves. You are visited by a traveling bard who asks to whistle an old Goldmish tomb for a price of 156 gold. I am not the worst musician, but I shall play you a little song. We shall allow him to leave. You are visited by a traveling game master who invites you to play a popular game on the tavern called Sudden Death. He says the game costs 20 gold per play, and the prize is double your 20 gold. He says he plays the northern rules, and he has 250 gold to bet with. Sure, we'll play the game. He flips a coin. It lands on tails. You go first. The game is currently in round 1. There are 3 dice remaining. It is currently your turn. Roll the dice. I don't know how to play this game. You did not get a 6 in your roll. You lose. I don't want to play anymore. Your guards are bring forward a man who is accused of general banditry. Ask the man to explain himself. These guards have it in for me. And then your guard informs you he's guilty. So dude blames the guards. Guard says he's guilty. Sure, he's guilty. What do you think, chat? Apparently there are Norphin rules. Not to be confused with the endorphin rules. Two more labor. Yeah, I tend to agree. To the prisons with him. -1 public opinion. Boo. You're visited by a strange person who has found a strange orb on a perch on top of a hill. The strange peasant man wants to give you the orb. Accept the orb. The orb is yours. But you don't have an artifact hall. You are visited by a budding jester who says, hello, I'm sorry, I'm really nervous. Listen to the joke. Why didn't I bet on the arena's champion Gordon the Mutilated? He was unarmed. Therefore, armless. He was armless. Get it? Armless? Sounds like harmless. Well, that was a joke. You were visited by an angry farmer who has brought you a brass orb. Enchanted with strange rooms, he found it in a bird's nest. I will accept the orb as 90 gold. You were visited by a small, stray cat who walks into the throne room. I'm going to feed the kitty. The cat seems disappointed and leaves. Wait, what? Did I hit I must have hit the wrong button. Oopsies. You were visited by a sickly looking bard who claims to have the possession of a basket full of magical fruit. Buy the fruit. Rock and stone, Baileys. What up? You are visited by a beggar who says he found a couple of coins on the floor, but didn't find the owner. Refuse the gift. You are visited by a frowned man who is accused of robbing. Your guards bring forward a man who is accused of robbing the poor and giving to himself. To the dungeons with him. +1 public opinion, +1 prisoner. You are visited by an angry apprentice who claims one of your soldiers farted, and his... What? What? An angry apprentice who claims one of your soldiers farted on his crops. He demands compensation for his smelly wheat. What? To the rumors of your cruelty spread, +1 prisoner. You were visited by an armed man who says he will fight for a fee of 6 gold. That's worth it for a soldier. You were visited by a farmer who says, despite his needs to be settled, his neighbor's dog found a coin on the border of the 2 farms. What? Finders keepers, I guess. You were visited by a man who says you are needed in a great debate. There are 3 men with a face they think is the most ugly. They are, you know what, I've done this one before. They are all terrible. You are visited by a hedge knight who says he's returned from a quest. He has saved a village from a goblin invasion. Accept him to join your army as a knight. You are visited by a hedge knight who says he has returned from his quest for you. He killed a pair of rebels who were burning a Kingdom of Green's flag. Accept him in the army as a knight. You are visited by an one-armed stick collector who has come in the possession of a basket full of magical fruit. Buy the basket of fruit. You are visited by a homeless bard who wishes to do his part for the country and fight. He who smelt it dealt it. Yeah, probably. I tend to agree, IHQMD. I tend to agree. I'm going to save my money, and we're going to end the current year. We are going to... We're going to go after the rebels. We're just going to invade them. And send half my troops. I will use 19 barrels of blue tree fruit. General Packner says, about time we invaded. It's the only way to truly eliminate a faction and take their lands and leave them with nothing. Your men arrive at the rebels' territory and we prepare for battle. That will soon take place. As you spot a rebel village, the enemy emerge and the battle begins. Your invasion was a success. You gained loot, land, and glory. We have 1,030 men remaining. We lost 56 and they lose 270. We gain 1 land from the rebels. Fires during this celebration of not carroting at all celebration have killed 11 people. Oh my god. First off, we go up to the top. Tributes and taxes, we make a bunch of money. Caravans, a bunch of wagons earn us golden trade. We get some interest and from my 650 stored gold. Due to actions of the Honorable Green Hand, public opinions drops by 5. Due to your alms of the public, it's risen by 4. You enlist 76 soldiers from your 12 lands. A lone goblin joins from the goblin huts. Your trainers train 50 peasants. We pay wages. Other expenditures, 1,200 gold in paying the poor. On the Honorable Green Hand, march through your lands unchallenged and call for your death. Well, we need to go for them. The Kingdom of Greens invaded the land of the rebels, and my treasury has increased by 11,529 gold. Investments are open on the topic of monies, chat, if you wish to invest your tickets. Well, we have a bunch more money now. 22 years remaining. Rusty Shat, thank you very much for subscribing to the channel. Cheers, man. Can I get a big old round of beers for that? Thank you very much for the support. And enjoy the ad-free viewing. The dwarfs and the lasers and the skulls and the beers and stuff. Welcome. It's good to have you. Let's explore the kingdom. Well, actually, instead of exploring the kingdom, let's go to kingdom upgrade. Let's go to the arena. Speak to a local patron of the arena. Who's the champion? I forgot. says the local patron, probably a little bit drunk. Speak to the owner. I would like to purchase this place from you. You inquire about the cost of buying the arena from Ben, the Bane of the Lost. You are informed you can have the arena at no cost. Take the arena. Ben, the Bane of the Lost, nods and hands you the key. All yours now. Good luck, he says before leaving. The arena is now yours. Okay. Install beast cages to watch beast fights. Free fight pit. Yeah, we just got a free fight pit. Which I can totally gamble in. Commoners tournament. Arrange an 8-man tournament. We need a grand arena for the 16-man tournament. What about the 32-man tournament? I mean, obviously we're going to arrange an 8-man tournament. +2 public opinion. If somebody wants to do a prediction for if I win my bet, do it. Do it now! I'll give you a minute. And of course, chat room, thank you so much for everybody who watches this stream and hangs out, because I get to stream weird shit like this on Twitch, and that is really cool. So thanks for letting me do this, because I wouldn't be able to stream weird shit if it wasn't for you guys. And thanks for supporting the devs, because then they, in turn, support me. All right. Will the king lose his gold has begun, so I can dive in on this. Who would you like to bet on a champion? Absolutely, I would like to bet on Sir Gadget Moonshine. You bet 10,000 gold. The next fight is Sir Gadget Moonshine versus Edion Gerritsen. Do you wish to watch the fight? I wish to watch all of the fights in the tournament. The crowd chant in near unison. while the fighters emerge from the gates and pace towards each other weapon in hand. The crowd wars and the fighters near each other. There are 3 fights left until the next stage of the tournament. Sir Gadget Moonshine, Urion Getterson, gets caught up in a parry, but Sir Gadget Moonshine manages to break the parry and gets in a good hit. Sir Gadget Moonshine gets a light hit on Erdson Gerritsen, and Gadget Moonshine strikes Edion Gaterson in the head with great force, and he is eliminated from the tournament. The crowd roars and chants Sir Gadget Moonshine as he leaves victorious. We win our first fight. The gates slide open, and the second fight begins versus Nadarulf Gulligsun and Kelbar, the son of Ulmog. And Kelbar, son of Ulmog, wins the fight. The second fight is Galgand Alvorson versus Gutlid Mead Guzzler. Ooh, I like that name. And but unfortunately, Gutlid Mead Guzzler must have drank too much mead because dies after getting a fantastic hit in the head from Galted Alvorson. Nalriran Vinrulison versus Angwin the Puny. Hey, Anandar, it's good to see you. Cheers, man. I hope you've been well, man. I haven't been going as late as much. Angwin the Puny wins. Wow. Gets a very light hit on Angwin the Puny, and Naran gets hit by an arrow shot from the crowd. The arrow hit is lethal. That can happen. Someone in the crowd fucking shot one of the contestants. Wow. Hot damn. Okay. Fucking A. Aight. These are the current standings of the 8-man tournament, with 2 fights left to decide who makes it to the finals. Sir Gadget Moonshine is going up against Kelbar, son of Ulmog. And then we have another fight between Galgad Alverson and Ungwin the Puny. Ungwin the Puny's a pretty good name. Sir Gadget Moonshine versus Kelbar of Ulgon. The gates slide open and the fighters quickly dash towards each other, ready to spill some blood. The crowd is ecstatic with cheers, and the roars of the crowd echo for miles around. And I lost my bet. Kelbar of Umong gets a good hit in on Gadget the Moonshine, and Gadget Moonshine is defeated and eliminated from the tournament. The crowd roars and chants for Kelbar, son of Ulmong, as he leaves victorious. Aight, mods. Yeah, I lost my bet. So can you end the prediction? The gates slide open and 2 fighters. I'm now betting on Alguin the Puny, by the way. Alguin the Puny is just such a good name. This is the last fight of the stage. After this, the tournament will move on to the next round. Alguin the Puny wins. The crowd roars and chants. Alguin the Puny blocks and manages to return a small strike to Alguin Alvorson. So now it's Kelbur, son of Ulmog, versus Alguin the Puny. The crowd roars and the 2 fighters emerge from either end of the arena and march closer. Bloodthirsty crowd watch closely awaiting the first blow. Kelbur, son of Ulmog, hits Alguin the Puny. Angwin the Puny manages to block a swift boar from Kulmog. Kulbar, the son of Ulmog, gets a critical hit on Alguin the Puny. Kelbar, son of Ulmog, wins. Cheers to everybody who bet against me. The tournament has come to an end, and by the grace of gods, the winner and new grand champion of the Kingdom of Greens is Kelbar, son of Ulmog. Unfortunately, the fighter you bet on has been killed in the tournament, and you have not won any gold from your 1,000 bet. Arena upgrades. Construct arena guard posts, significantly reduces crowd interference. Hire grand militia guards. Harder for assassins to kill champion. I want 45,000 gold for beast cages. Real bad. All right. Let's explore the realm. We're going to go to the eastern grasslands. You find a lost knight wandering aimlessly. When he sees you, he falls to his knees and vows to join you. All right. We find nothing, and we find nothing. You approach a strange rock. The locals say it is one of the ancient northern rune stones. They do not know what it does. Rub the stone. You rub the stone. Rub the stone again. You rub the stone. Rub the stone again. All right. We leave that. Well, I got 10,000 gold. We'll go back to explore the realm. View north. Fort Northwatch. We're going to attack the fort. Send all of my boys. General Packner says a skirmish is a good way to weaken the enemy with little risk. A wise choice indeed. A skirmish was a success. You bask in glory. Northwatch loses 940 men. You lose 253. You have 1,922 men remaining. I mean, and get more points, Asphalt. I mean, win-win, right? You have won. Palin the traitor flees and the fort is yours. Fort Northwatch is under your control now. I'm going to leave a hero here. Omar the friend, Sir Torang Scarpblade. Chat, who do we leave here to rule Fort Northwatch? Who do you think we should leave here? I think Sir Wormin Bloodaxe sounds like a good name to leave at Fort Northwatch. But I'm curious if you guys have any opinions here. Well, I mean, I invaded Fort Northwatch, killed all the bandits there, and now we have the option to put one of my dudes in charge of it, basically. Hey, Vadtech, what's up? And Omar guy seems friendly. I mean, he's one of my champions, so I think I'll put Bloodaxe. Sir Worman Bloodaxe is now commander of Fort Northwatch, plus 186 garrison capacity and 37 recruits per year. Set fort rules. You begin to discuss the rules for Fort Northwatch to follow. Let's get them to assist with defense. Current focus. Join the defense when the Kingdom of Greens is attacked. There we go. And I will provide them with... send troops to the Kingdom of Greens and join in defenses. You know what? No, I don't need them to provide me with troops. Manage garrison. Add soldiers. 186 troop cap. You have no troops stationed here. You add 50 soldiers to the garrison. You add 50 soldiers to the garrison. I don't have 50 soldiers. Okay, so they now have 100 soldiers here. Let's recruit some soldiers. Hire units. Hire soldiers from the local militia, 71 if I can afford them all. There we go, perfect. We're gonna go back to explore the realm. Go to Fort Northwatch. And set fort rules, no. Manage garrison, add soldiers 5. No, I want add soldiers 50. There we go. 55, that's fine. So they now have 155 soldiers here. Good stuff. And I can upgrade the fort for 25,000 gold. And sweet. Let's go to the Brawler's Pit. Speak with the pit owner. I want to buy the pit. I would like to buy the pit. Do you have any tips about betting here? Bet on the stronger one. Let's bet on a fight. Chat, who do we bet on in the Brawler's Pit? Colmorn the Grizzled Wildman or Sir Nalfanar the Dirty Fighter? You're thinking Dirty Fighter? Umbersome? Dirty Fighter? He wins. He throws sand in other guy's face and wins. All right. Might as well bet the max. The Dirty Fighter has way less HP. Colmorn the Grizzled Wildman. Punch the opponent. Lands another punch, another punch, another punch. Another punch, another punch. Chat, you're losing me money here. A lot of money, actually. Coleman strikes a critical hit, and, well, and there it goes. Coleman, the Grizzled Wildman, is declared the winner. Do me a huge favor, Forgotten Reaper, try and use as few Pepes as possible in my chat. Just, I prefer that I don't have to see them ever, so. That man was terrifying. Yeah, we'll come back next year. All right, let's go to the. Should have gone with the wild man. I mean, Dirty is right. He did us dirty. You are visited by a drunk man who stumbles into your throne room and begins singing. He is very drunk. His singing is terrible. He seems to be enjoying himself though. Wonderful singing. You can leave now. You are visited by a happy centurion hunter from Mehor. He is carrying the message that King Newham the deserter, and he wishes you a wonderful celebration of not carroting at all celebration. We'll thank him. I think he bopped the wrong one. It's all good. Yeah, it's just personal rules. We try and keep them to the minimum. Herrick Donk the Donkey Rider, the messenger, says, you are visited by the aerial halfling at arms from the aerial Tarian, and he's carrying a message, and he says that Berham Lamlin, the Forborg, says that he will force all people to celebrate the celebration of not carroting at all in your honor. And he will skin alive anyone who doesn't participate. Thank you. You are visited by an insane beggar who shouts, you aren't even you! You are someone else! It isn't true! And points finger at you. Calm down there, Alex Jones. To the prisons with you! -1 public opinion. You are visited by a happy centurion hunter from Mehor who says, you are carrying the message that the King Unhim the deserter, and he wishes you a wonderful celebration of not carroting at all celebration. Thank him. You are visited by a village elder who says that despite a dispute must be settled, a local boy from my village has found a bag of gold floating downstream, and his father won't give it to me. I am the elder of the village. It is mine by right. You do not have claim over the gold, man. Get out. You are visited by an armed man who says he is a lone mercenary and can be hired for 23 gold. Okay. +1 soldier. You are visited by a traveling bard who asks to play a song on his vampiric lute. You know what? He can leave my court. You are visited by a bard who says he's earned some extra gold working for a noble and has brought an offering. Accept the gold. You are visited by a village elder who says a dispute needs to be settled. A local boy in my village found a... You do not have claim on this man's gold. Get out. You are visited by a drunk man who begins to ramble about the celebration of not caring at all. And he begins passing out on the floor. Have the drunk man taken to a room to sleep it off. You are visited by a village idiot who is followed by 3 young men. And he claims that he has served his time for his sons. It is time for his sons to earn him some money. No. You are visited by a drunk man in your court who begins stimulus tirades and begins to ask you to resolve a dispute that they have. Exactly what it is, it appears to involve a wizard's staff of the village of Smallhaven, a dead gnome and 200 gold, and a betrothed maiden. Stop this madness at once and make peace by order of the king. The men all seem to sober up a little bit. Thank you for your wise words, and shake hands before leaving the court together. You're visited by a farmer who says a dispute needs to be settled. I had a bet with a local loudmouth. We arm wrestled. The winner was to take a sum of 5 gold. He lost and he won't pay up. He says he's changed his mind. It's only 5 gold. Grow up. You were visited by a drunk man who has come to say you're the best. Aw, thanks. You are visited by a drunk man in your court who declares he wishes to challenge you to a drinking contest. However, seconds later, he passes out. Have your guards wake him and force him to drink every drink in the room. Have the drunk man removed from court. He's dragged out. Your guards bring forward a man who is accused of grave digging. Isn't that like a legitimate career path? Hey, Clay, what's up? Ask him to explain himself. I would never do bad. I didn't do it, asked the arresting guard. Your guard informs you, well, we've a new method of determining the guilty. We throw a frog in the air, and if a bird swoops down and eats it before it hits the ground, they're innocent. If it splatters into slime on the floor, then they're part of the sliminess of injustice and are guilty. While on the surface, it may seem to have resulted in the false imprisonment of thousands of people, I think it works. Chat, I think that is a perfectly logical way to determine if someone is drunk. Yes, it is drunk season again, Freskins. I got to admire his creativity. I know hobo, but also like, nah. To the dungeons with him. I want to arrest this guard, actually. And we're going to release the man. You are visited by a drunk man who has come to say, you're the best. Thank him. You're visited by a drunk man who prepares to speak for a moment, opens his mouth, and a sour look goes on his face. He erupts into vomit from his mouth, catches it all in his hands, and walks out of your throne room holding it. You are visited by a mercenary soldier who says you are wonderful, and he wants to work for you. You are visited by a small goblin, and he looks at you silently, hands you a gold coin. Take the gold coin, plus 1 gold coin. You are visited by a drunk man who bows before you and says, behold, my royal god king, I'm the ale master. And then he clicks his fingers, and a meek goblin rolls a barrel of ale into your court, and the man lays out 10 goblets of ale and fills each of them. Chug, 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 chug. The man effortlessly drinks every cup, and applause. You are visited by a drunk man who tries to talk. Oh, great, wonderful God King, long live those people drink much. He smiles and leaves. You are visited by a drunk man who enters your court, and he declares he wishes to challenge you to a drinking contest. Seconds later, he passes out. Have him taken to a room to sleep it off. Your guards bring forward a man accused of trying to gather recruits for a new bandit gang. Ask him to explain himself. Please, I didn't do it. This is a huge mistake. Ask the arresting guard for a statement. The guard informs you he's probably guilty, but he was arrested for his proximity to the reported crime. Release him. Word of your wisdom spreads. All right, years remaining, 22. End of the current year. I'm going to go after the Black Rebels. And I'm going to invade them. And I'm going to send send half of my troops. Whoa. Your invasion was a failure, and your men were slain. Rip. Telvin, the strong-heart leader of your militia, has died of natural causes. The new militia leader is Amern, the master of none, is declared, and vows to continue running things as his father did. We get a bunch of monies from places, a bunch of caravans come in. We earned 1 gold from interest. Due to your bank tax, your public opinion has dropped by 2. Due to giving money to the poor from the taxes, of course, your public opinion is raised by 4. You enlist some soldiers, and we pay some wages, yada yada. We get a bunch of money. Excellent. We shall explore the realm. Shall go to the... Let's go to the Shulwark mine. I'm going to attack it. Well, no, we're taking tribute from them. I'm not going to attack them. Is there anything here I don't have power over? The Wagon Man's Post. Wagon Man Trading Co. We also discovered the Great Stone of Dunland. You pass by the scene of a fight between some bandits and a mage. It's hard to tell if anyone survived, but the mage is dead. So are several bandits. Your men find 3 strange black orbs in the wizard's trunk. They're taken back to your keep, plus 3 orbs. You come upon the huge carved stone, known to the locals as the Great Stone of Denland. Many people believe that the stone is the reason that Denland has enjoyed its state of peace for generations. I guess I shouldn't destroy the stone. That seems bad. Let's go to the Wagon Post Co. Speak to the Wagon Man. What's your name? Well, they call me the Wagon Man, but my birth name is Calgar. Who are you? I am but a humble trader. It's not much more than I'd say. Who are your customers? We trade with everyone. Anywhere we can make a profit. Kind of wish I could buy the Wagon Man's trading post, but oh well. At least now we know where the Wagon Man comes from. Do you know the Wagon Man, the Wagon Man, the Wagon Man? No, the Wagon Man. Put it boom. I really want to upgrade to a grand arena, but that's a lot of money. I also want beast cages. Well, how many people are in this run? 35. I'm going to tell the guards that we are no longer seeing visitors. There is no one waiting to see us. I lost a lot of soldiers. So I'm going to hire the local goblins. 346 of them. I'm going to hire peasants. 523 of them. I'm going to hire soldiers, 50. Hire more soldiers, 50. All right. I'm going to end the current year. I'm going to raid the rebels, and I'm going to send half of my troops. Your men arrive at the rebels' territory and prepare for battle. That will soon take place. As you spot a rebel village, the enemy emerges and the battle begins. The raid was a success. Your men loot all they can. We loot 379 gold coins. We get 65 soldiers from your 12 lands. 2 goblins join your huts. We train 50 peasants into soldiers. Your knights train 5 peasants into soldiers. We pay a bunch of wages and make a bunch of tributes and taxes. And my treasury has increased by 12,923 gold. The green boys are great, man. I love my green boys. How can you not love green boys? Seriously. Let's recruit. Hire tribal goblins, 254. Hire peasants, 542 of them. Oh. Oh, never mind. I misread that. 85. There we go. Let's explore the realm. Let's go to the Western Lands. I'm going to head east. The Holy Order of the Citadel. You approach the Citadel of the Holy Order of Roses. As you near the gate, a Grand Paladin of the Holy Order invites you to join him in the council room. You enter the room, and you are told that the current supply of knights you can hire. Ending the current year is the most requested feature of real life. Yes, I agree. They're 600 gold apiece. I can't afford all 500. I could afford like 4. Darkdale. You enter the Darkdale. You enter Darkdale, a small city, tucked into Songwood Forest. It is ruled by King Aaron. Darkdale has a population of 9,166 people. I can't really attack it, but let's visit this. Let's go to the Darkdale Brewer. You visit the Darkdale Brewery, and you are met by a stout dwarf who nods at you. I like this place. Ask for a drink. Of course. Enjoy. Gorbar, the brewmaster, brings you a nice cold ale, fresh from the cellar. The ale is just what you needed. It hit the spot and quenches your thirst. You spill the last of the drink all over yourself. Rumor of your foolishness spreads. I'm gonna ask for another drink. I'm afraid I can't give out anymore. All of the taverns of Darkdale stock our ale. It's cheap enough, so you know where to go if you want more. No. Visit Darkdale Tavern. You enter the Darkdale Tavern, a busy local tavern. In the middle of the market district, there are many locals drinking and talking. Have a drink. You pay 2 gold to Sish, and he pours you an ale. The ale doesn't taste very good at all. You almost struggle to finish it. +1 drink level. Speak to the bartender. You approach the tavern keep, a local called Siege. Who are you? I'm Sage. It's pronounced like Sedge. Okay. Tell me about the tavern. I got here at the right time, when it was cheap to build. It was hard at first, but now things are pretty great. Tell me about your tavern name. Creative, huh? Wait, what? What's the tavern called? Level of drunkenness you feel a buzz. The Darkdale Tavern. Oh, okay, I get it. Speak to the bartender. Tell me about Darkdale. It's aight. Okay. How's business? Good enough. Good enough? Nosy? Ha! Just joking. Yeah, it's going all right. Let's speak to a random patron. You aren't one of them cultists, are you? Let's go back to the tavern and have another drink. You pay 2 gold to Sej, and Sej pours an ale. The ale is just what you needed. Hits the spot and quenches your thirst. Have another drink. You instantly feel a little uneasy, but it's too late, and you throw up a little on the floor. -1 drunk level. Seems about right. Markets and estates. Slap a goblin stall. You approach a gull and you hear a voice. Step right on up. Step right on up. Slap the goblin for only 2 gold. Come on per slap. Slap the goblin. You hand over gold and the man grins and gestures towards the goblin. The goblin leans forward and awaits expectantly. You slap the goblin. I feel kind of bad. No, it's 600 gold each for the knights. They're expensive. If you have resurrecting dudes in your soldiers, yeah, they're pretty good. All right, well, that's a thing that just happened. I'm going to, is there anybody else I can hire? I have 1 mercenary company right now. Let's just end the current year. Wait, what do I still need to do? Oh, I haven't explored yet. I was west. Head east and explore. -1 exploring chances, and that's it. All right, end the current year. I'm going to attack the Black Rebels, and I'm going to raid them, and I'm going to send half of my troops. Oh, Lord, I'd love a good raid. Everything is set and awaiting your command, my king. The raid was a success. Your men loot all that they can. The Black Rebels lost 307 men. We lost 599. We have 149 men remaining. I don't know if that's necessarily a win. I think I lost more people than... Anyway. We get 13,223 gold. And, some things go by. The Black Rebels hire a small gang of 10 bandits from the black market. 19 years remaining. Also, if I got a host from Belinair at some point, I totally missed that. Cheers, Belinair, if you hosted me. My view count bumped up. Just kind of, I was like, where'd that come from? All right. Chat room. I've been streaming for 8.5 hours. I'm starting to get a little hungry. I got a lot of editing to do. And a bunch of stuff to prep for. Because I got, for those of you who don't know, I'm just going to save. It's year 19. Green, year 19. And quit to desktop. But for those of you who don't know, I'm going to be on the, unless something changes, I'm going to be on the Dwarf Fortress Roundtable podcast on Sunday. So I will be on the next episode of that. So I'll promo that once that's out. So I got to prep for that. And I also got to prep for a thing that I'm recording on Sunday. And I think I may or may not have lined up an interview with a certain mef of working on pixels for Dwarf Fortress. So that will be interesting, I think. Hopefully. But yeah, that's me for the day. We'll definitely play more of the Kingdom of Greens, and I could see us doing quite a lot of that game. Probably will probably wait a couple weeks in between playthroughs of that, but we'll definitely do more of that. Tomorrow's my normal scheduled day off. There will be some sort of music stream on Discord tomorrow, due to just wanting entertainment. So keep an eye on Discord music section specifically. I think that Pilot Guy is going to attempt his first music stream over there. So if you want to listen to some records with us, keep an eye out on that. So join the Discord if you're not already. If you like the sounds of the sound commands that you hear people using, there's $6.99 a month on Patreon. You can also up for a whole year and get them for cheaper. Custom ones are $25 a month. They get kind of expensive, but that's how I pay my bills, like that. And if you want to listen, if you want to watch the whole playlist of the Kingdom of Greens, that's all up on YouTube, so you can go back to the beginning. Yeah, no, those Patreon polls are an awesome idea. Another thing that I should mention is this game was actually this month's Patreon poll. So once a month, on the first of the month, I put up a poll on Patreon with 3 or 4 games. And whichever one wins, we give it a solid shot to get into the rotation for that month. So Warsim was last month's win, and we went from never playing the game really on stream to having an interview with the developer, and probably going to do more of those in the future with him. I'd like to do another one in like 6 months to a year. And we've played, what, 20 hours of it? So the first one, didn't really like the game so much. This one's a bit more solid, I think. So we'll definitely be doing more, and there will be another Patreon poll on the first. I need to decide what games to put in there. So if anybody has any games you want me to put in there, chuck them in my DMs, I guess. Is there anything else I need to mention between now and Saturday? Oh yeah, a couple new subscribers today. So thank you very much to everybody who's grabbed subscriptions to the channel today. Cheers, guys. Thank you. And also, thank you very much to Cyrolac and Freskins for the tips earlier. And everybody else is supporting me, because if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be able to do this full time. So, yeah, if you want to watch more of me, there's tons of me on the YouTube channel. And